104.1 KRBE.
Let's go. Good morning.
The Roula and Ryan Show.
With Eric. It's about to get all stupid up in here.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Featuring Special K.
Nobody asked you, Kevin.
And Sam.
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula.
Macaroni and cheese hot dog.
Ryan.
I am the worst DJ ever.
With Eric.
We're the champions of the world!
104.1 KRBE.
Yeah, baby.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. Woo! Thursday, May 1st, 2025, 6 o'clock on the dot. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam, and the Rockets are still in it.
Yes, thank you.
It was so much fun just destroying these guys. They didn't even play the last quarter and a half.
Did you see the stats? Houston shot 55.1 from the field, 43.3 from deep, and 32 of 38 free throws.
They played hard. That's how it was awesome. Hey, I have some audio here I want you to hear.
Okay.
Because during the whole game, every time the Rockets are doing free throws, there's I think it's a female.
Okay.
She must be a Warriors fan because she kept screaming.
Oh, she's trying to distract.
I don't know. I could hear it I listened to, there's two broadcasts. There's the local, our guys, and then there's the national. And the local, I could hear this lady. I thought maybe she's right behind them because they're up high. They're up near the club level.
Okay.
In the booth.
So I figured maybe there's somebody there yelling from like the 400 down and it. But then I started seeing on Twitter or X, whatever, other people complaining about it too. So I felt good. Like, I'm not the only one that noticed this. And then the national broadcast was picking up on it too.
Okay.
The audio. So you'll hear this lady screaming. So you'll hear the guys talking.
This is all through the game or just towards the end?
Every time of free throws. They're all
every time there's a free throw. Okay.
2.5 hours, this lady's would be doing this.
Got some lungs.
So
by
kind
the
of listen
way,
to the background
The
of it.
score was 131-116 for those that don't know.
Now it's being close. It was not even that. Here's
Dennis. Well, Spiro and Candace, I love our conversation games, but now per our conversational speed, you're fighting with these guys being seated so long, Candace, so now they're a little stiffer and not in the flow of the game. I don't think Steve Kerr would take that chance knowing that game 6 can definitely.
That is the longest.
It sounded like
but
a
it kept
siren.
screaming.
Yeah, that's long. That's like a long.
At the very beginning, the first 3 seconds, you can really hear.
Yeah, like.
Try it again.
Dennis. Well, Spiro and Candace, I love our conversation games, but now per our conversational
That
speed,
was going on the whole
you're
freaking
fighting
game.
with these guys.
What's her throat feel like this morning?
Yeah, that's I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's. I hope she lost it. I hope she enjoyed seeing her team get their ass kicked. And I'm hoping
Can you
she's
imagine
sore
sitting
today.
around her, Eric? You would just want to punch her. If she sat near you.
Oh, yeah. I'd
Like
be
when
like,
I-
That's the worst.
But at the same time, I mean, if she were on our side, we'd be applauding her.
It's annoying. Even like when I watched Astros games last year on weekends, for some reason, it really sticks out. The Whistler.
The Whistler.
This guy just whistles.
There's some people can take their two fingers and do this, like my mom can do it, where if she takes her two pinky fingers, puts them
It's
in
so
her mouth,
loud.
and does this really loud whistle. It's
It was so
deafening.
bad last year during the game on X. They were saying, are the Astros cheating again? Are they using a whistling system?
Oh, my God.
Whistling system.
I roll.
I mean, we use trash cans, so I don't.
I roll.
Yeah, like Morse code through whistling.
But that's one thing I told Sam about. That's what I love about like social media. Like if you feel something, you can look it up or.
And see if anybody else is
Eric's
hearing.
like,
And then you know you're
I'm
not
not the
alone.
only. I'm not the only weirdo. And then I was watching the game, and the game got out of hand. We were up by 31. So I'm like, oh, what's this in Pittsburgh? What's going on here? And this fan fell 21 feet onto the field.
Oh my God!
I don't know. It looks like he jumped. Have you guys seen the video?
No.
No.
I lived under a rock yesterday.
Is he
Same.
alive?
I don't know a whole lot. I was looking for more information.
Wait,
this
in
morning.
Pittsburgh at a basketball game?
Football. I mean, baseball. Sorry.
I was like,
it was
they
Cubs
don't have a
versus.
team for the NBA. Okay, so.
So he like jumped from the mezzanine to the
Pirates
field.
and-
Yeah, you can see in the outfield. He like bounced and
Oh my
went on the warning
God.
track. I think he still played the game.
My.
Let me find it.
So
here.
maybe a fan was like,
Yeah, just
did
Google it
trip?
real quick. You'll see it's all over social media.
Pittsburgh Pirate fan falls. Let's see.
All right.
I don't know if he jumped.
Critically injured after falling from the right field wall. That was
Okay.
10 hours ago
Yeah,
at
it was-
PNC Park in Pittsburgh.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often.
Oh, my
Critically,
God.
not
Pirates
fatally.
versus Cubs. Critically still. Hey, man.
Yo,
you know
no,
people
no,
are
I'm just
critically
saying,
injured and
thank
they
God
might as
he's
well have
not
been dead.
dead.
Because it looks like he almost hit like the top of the wall.
Yeah, it says fan fell more than 20 feet onto the field Wednesday in Pittsburgh.
That's a big leap.
Can you see the video? Or
They're just showing stills of the
see if I can find it on-
players
it's on Faster's
on
social
one
media.
knee in the 7th inning. Oh, good. Yeah, the fall was 21 feet. He remained motionless for several minutes as players and officials started to realize what had happened. It came right after a 2-run double, which put the Pirates up 4-3 at the time. The fan was put on a stretcher, and then he was taken off the field to a local hospital.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Hold on.
Here it is. Oh, wait.
So I'm looking at so the runner is running to second Oh, God bless America.
That looks fake.
That looks
I know.
like a dummy is being
It
thrown
does.
off a building because
It
it's
does.
tumbling and it's doing somersaults.
Holy crap.
It's not just like, like falling. It's like a flip until you slam onto the field.
It says the game was paused for 10 minutes. That's it.
Oh, my Lord. My Lord.
10 minutes?
Yeah, they paused
The players
the game
on
for 10
both
minutes.
teams were visibly shaken by the incident. A second person jumped onto the field in what appeared to be an effort to help the fan who fell. He was transported to the hospital. No further information at the time was given.
What in the world?
I don't know if he jumped.
Oh, my God. The player that was running at the time, that was scoring, said, truly hate what happened tonight. Can't help but think about that guy, his family and friends. I pray tonight for him. Let us think about his loved ones and hug our families a little tight tonight. I hope he pulls through. May God bless you all. Good night.
Maybe
Good
this
Lord.
will change like the safeguards that we have in
Man,
ballparks.
they overreact. It's like,
Well, they always do.
Put the fence up to your,
Yeah.
your eye level.
Or
they already got the nets all the way
field,
across,
They have
Wow.
the nets that go all
which
the
I
way.
understand that, but it
Yeah,
still
but you know what?
sucks.
When I was at NRG Stadium, guys, for one of the rodeo shows, we do a lot of things press-wise. And I had to visit, I went to go visit one of the suites for, a client. And I wanted to see, like, how the seats are. Because, when you're visiting a client, you're not really in there to sit down and watch the show. You're just in there to say hi and then you leave.
Yep.
But I went in there to see, like, how many seats they had and to check it out. There's just a little piece of glass. Maybe it's I feel like it's 6 inches tall.
Yeah.
If you have a suite that has maybe 2 sides of the seats, like there's going to be 4 on this side and 4 on this side. You have the staircase in the middle to go to the seats. It's only like 3 rows.
Yeah.
And so that front row has like a little piece of glass, like 6 inches to where the stairs are. So that I guess you don't fall, but it's not really protecting you. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is kind of scary because you're looking down on the concourse level.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh man.
It's a fine line because you go too high, then the person can't see. I mean, I know they make it plexi or whatever they do.
yeah, it's clear
Yeah.
glass.
But still, that thing gets scratched up through the years. People are stupid.
Yeah.
Make key stuff and do dumb things.
Oh
But,
my God.
Yeah, but imagine tripping down them steps.
but like,
Yeah.
because I did,
Like, that's not protecting you.
I did stuff for the Cubs for one season in the 90s, security, and they were the drunkest, craziest fans I've ever met. And I've never seen anything like that.
I'm
Like,
curious
I
to know
never saw
why it was
anyone-
only one season, Eric. Why didn't you go back?
That was a
You
lot
just
of,
hated it?
it's like part-time work, and it's like all of a sudden you're working 7 days in a row every day. I was interning. I was going to college, so I was
Yeah,
getting up at 3 in the morning. I'd go for 3 in the morning till 10. I'd have to get on the L, get there at 11 in my uniform, and then work 11 to 4, and then study, and then do it all over
Yeah, it
again.
was a job to get him through college.
$7 an hour.
Yeah. I mean, there's a job and then there's a
Look at all the
career. That
stories
was
it
not
gave
going to
you.
be your
Nah,
career.
it was fun.
Look at all the stories it gave you.
Yeah. I got I got
lot.
punched in the face.
You could be like that kid from Running
Fighting with
Point where
people.
he was the concession stand guy, and all of a sudden he finds out he's related to the owner, and now he's in the main office
Oh, yeah, that
with
kid.
Kate Hudson.
I like all your
Running
stories.
Point.
What's the one you tell me about, like, people trying to put their loved ones
Oh, yeah.
cremains? Like, when people are cremated, they want to sprinkle the ashes at the ballpark.
A lot of times I'd have to look and wait because I'd be at the bottom up at the bleachers, and you have to look at people, and like you can kind of eye them. You can kind
Where
of
would
tell.
they? Where would they put it? Like in the ivy?
Yeah, they want to dump in the ivy. A lot of times people would take their weed.
They'd
want to throw weed in there to try and grow
try
it or
and grow
something. I don't-
pot.
It's like, dude, you can't.
Seeds. Yeah.
It doesn't work
Worth a
that way.
try.
World.
They call them the bleacher creatures, and,
Oh my God.
The bleacher
and then you have these
creatures.
old dudes. I mean, you got these 85-year-old guys out there. They just sit up there and they just got their scorecard and a beer.
Sunflower seeds.
They're just enjoying life, man.
Sunflowers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
wanna
keep
know-
their own score.
Yeah, what do they do with
And
that?
they're writing like
mean,
the
They
you know,
save them, and it's like,
Oh,
what do
yeah,
you do
there are
with
some
that?
people there are like
What is that?
older
Just
people
clutter.
that they memorize the game, that they know. Like if you say, "Hey, that game on October 30th
Yeah.
against the Astros, who was down in the 6th," and they've got every inning memorized.
Like when I was a kid, that's baseball cards. I knew their averages. I knew
Stats.
everything, stats. I can imagine what a 12-year-old's like now with the internet. I mean, you can memorize too much.
Or maybe it's the
'Cause that's all you
opposite.
have until you find girls and
Yep,
cars.
and partying.
All you have is sports
Pretty
when you're
much
12
it.
or 13.
Or now it's like video games.
Yeah, video games.
Yeah, might not even be that. And if they-
Yeah, I think
Hold on
kids
to
like
that.
my nephews growing up, they did not play with toys. They were it was all video games. That was it. They had very little interest in playing with toys, and it was just video games.
Well, the Rockets succeed to play another day. I don't know when they're going to play again because
Friday.
I didn't pay attention. I don't know what time. 7:30?
They haven't said
6:30
yet,
again?
but I assume it'll be 9 o'clock or something late.
Oh, late.
They said
We're
some
back
At
Friday.
least
there.
Friday, I could
Yeah.
hopefully stay up.
Sleep in
Wait,
Saturday.
so it's not a home game though.
No,
right?
no.
Okay.
Now it's we
Back
go
to
there,
them.
then we come back here.
Okay.
Oh,
And the good
God.
thing is we're young, so we can. It's every other day.
Our bodies can handle it. Theirs maybe not.
Yeah, they're old. They're old guys. They're like 33.
Old. Yeah,
35.
you are over
37.
the hill if you're over
Ain't that
30.
crazy? You're 37, like Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Freaking,
But if
That
your
sounds
body's
so
been
old for
put through that
basketball.
kind of rigor for 17 years.
37 is different in the NBA than it is in NFL. You can almost not make it because your body is being so beat up every single week. It takes like 10 days to recover.
when you watch like college sports and you see a guy, you're like, holy cow, that guy looks like he's older than me. Some of these,
He's only
some of these
37.
other faces.
Right. It's crazy.
I saw this meme
nuts.
yesterday. It showed a kid who was like from the 1970s, and he had like a big, giant mustache and perm. And it said, "This kid is a junior in high school." And I'm like, "Oh my God, he looks like he's 47."
But every high school has that one kid.
Yeah,
Think about you're a freshman, you're like
older.
14 years old going in with some kids that are 18, 19.
Oh my God, Eric! Yesterday, y'all,
Hopefully
I
not
went-
19, but there might be.
or was it 2 days ago? I went to my daughter's middle school to drop something off, and in the office, it's all encased. You can't get to the actual campus, but you can see in the hallways. There were these two boys walking the hallway, and I look over and I told the lady, I go, "Oh my God, those are grown men. Those are grown men. Are those like frat boys?" And she's like, "I know, right? Like 8th grade's wild." She goes, "You'll have like a 4'10" kid,
Me.
and you'll have like a 25-year-old looking guy,
6'4".
yeah, 14. It's so crazy. We would do radio school in here. Remember when we did the little summer camp? And some of those kids going to the 8th grade, there's like one that's like,
And I'm like,
wow,
oh,
the height
man.
difference is nuts. Anyway, all right, today the secret sound continues on. We'll give you an update on the jackpot. Speaking of sports, the big story last week was the prank on Deion Sanders' son from the Atlanta Falcons' son, acting like he was from the New Orleans Saints, telling him he's drafted when really they're like, "No, it's not your time
This is
yet."
the biggest overreaction
The
I've ever seen in
NFL
my
is
life.
totally cracking down on this. They are not happy this happened, and there are some
Somebody
major
did a
consequence.
parody on this where the guy was pretending to be like a priest with his friends, and he's all excited to be the Pope. And he gets the call,
It's not for you
and
yet.
they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's not.
No white smoke for you.
We're not ready for you. It's not time. Your time yet." He's like,
What
"What's
was
going
there
on?"
was a
Here's your-
comedy movie where they messed up the smoke color. I can't remember what
Road
it
trip.
was.
Euro trip.
Was
Sorry.
it Euro Trip?
Yeah, I just watched it with my daughter like a month ago. Highly inappropriate, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
bet
Your
it
kid.
is. You watched? Did you turn it off or walk away?
No, we just laughed.
The brother
Oh,
and
awkward.
sister.
Yeah.
Here's your weather for today, guys.
All right, it does look like it's going to be hot today. Cloudy, looks like a high of 88. Right now, it's already 74 degrees and 612 on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric. Okay, there we go.
It's gonna be May. Yeah, that's right. Just get you in the right mood. Today is May 1st here on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. It's Thursday. And the secret sound continues on. Wait, let me make it official for the scoop. Can we go? You hit a button or no?
From the big screen to the big house.
Celebrity Scoop, the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric on KRBE.
Brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. Sam's going to give us the update on the wrong guesses. I know the jackpot has grown significantly since we had the new sound yesterday. Nobody guessed it, right, Sam?
No, we're up to 728.
Okay,
wow.
$728. The
Sweet.
secret sound
Yeah.
happens between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. And it's 5 times a day. You have a chance to win money. So you have a chance right now to win $728. If you text the word secret to 37530, we'll give you the times of the day we're going to play the game. And when we play the game, you need to be caller 104 to guess the secret sound. You just get one shot at it. If you get it right, you win the jackpot. If not, we had another $104 to the jackpot. So you just never know. You just never know how much it's going to go
Do you
for.
want me to preview it and tell you what
Sure,
the wrong
let's hear
guesses
it.
are?
Yeah, why
real
not?
quick?
Give the six o'clockers a
Before
chance.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. So here is the sound, the KRBE secret sound.
Oh, Lord.
I know. I'll play it one more time. And then the guesses that are incorrect. It's not a clap, duct tape, deck of shuffling cards, opening Pringles, breaking pasta.
Pringles?
I loved that one. That was my
Opening Pringles.
That was my
The
guess
pop in the
yesterday.
top.
Yeah, her name was Brandy, and I was like, "What flavor, though?" I
Yeah,
was just being
right.
like a joke.
Right. The OG.
Yeah, that's what she said. I was like, "No, I'm a sour
she
cream and
did?
onion girl."
Oh, no.
And then it's not a party blower. Like I guess
Oh,
that.
like a-
That's a really
yeah,
great
yeah, you
guess
blow and
with the
they-
paper
they
and it
smile.
goes back
Yes.
out.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really good guess.
That is a
Try
really
and
good
hit
guess.
each other in the face.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
forgot
those
what
are
the
not
actual sound
correct.
is, so I can't
It
guess.
never really makes the sound.
It doesn't. It's just like this paper.
It does, but
it
it-
looks like a
like the
circle. You blow
paper
it in, it
slap.
becomes straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
make sound. It's weird. Anyway, all right. So the NFL is coming down hard on the Shador Sanders prank caller, but guess what, guys? He wasn't the only one pranked on draft day. 6 other players said they were pranked.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't. They were just dumb
Yeah.
enough to put the.
Okay.
It's him.
That
Sanders.
same dude
Right.
did all these people?
No, just different people.
They are not tracking it down to the
Not a
same
new
dude.
thing is what they're trying to say.
Well, this is news to a lot of people that other players were pranked. All right, the NFL announced massive fines over the prank where Jeff Ulbricht's son. Jeff Ulbricht is from the Atlanta Falcons. He's the defensive coordinator. The Atlanta Falcons have been fined $250,000.
What?
Because Jeff Ulbricht's son is the one that saw on his dad's iPad the phone numbers for the draft, took Shador Sanders' phone number, and decided to do this with his friend.
So the sloppiness is getting the fine, basically.
Well, Jeff, the dad, is being fined $100,000.
yeah, because he was sloppy and left it out.
Yeah.
Or, I mean,
they had their
did he leave it
protocol.
out? I mean, they have their protocol. It was on his dad's iPad.
But it's not his fault.
So he looked at the
not his
iPad,
fault.
You
took
shouldn't
down the
leave that
numbers.
around.
So what if your son
How
just
would
knows
you
your
not
password?
know?
or-
It's your house.
Yeah.
It's your iPad
It's
in
not
your
like
house.
HIPAA. It's not like he went into his medical records and
Right.
then started selling those out.
I would make-
Right.
He got the phone number.
And who
bet.
gets the profits of the fine?
Ridiculous.
I would just make him pay
The NFL.
the $100,000 back.
Totally.
Like you're not going to Europe this year, son.
Nope.
'Cause
Right.
probably
Right.
Privileged kid
Yeah.
living a great life.
But the dad, I don't think, should be held.
No.
Well, so Jeff has to shell out $100,000. The Atlanta Falcons have to give $250,000.
Oh, man.
So stupid.
It
They should
was
give some of the
premeditated.
fine to the person that was pranked.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
for
because Sanders needs
Putting
it.
them through
He's
that
got-
mental anguish. No, not for Sanders, but I'm just saying, like, if it was like...
Oh, you're going to say
maybe-
give some of the money to the person.
Yeah,
that's
say
pranked.
it's like some new up-and-coming
But it's
kid.
not. It's Sanders.
Yeah, Shador Sanders. They don't
This
have
guy-
a lot of.
This
sympathy
guy's
for
already
him.
rich.
Wow.
He's successful.
Yeah, he made a lot of
So
money in college.
the NFL says, listen
He
to
made
this.
more money in college than he will in
The
NFL.
NFL.
That is crazy, right?
He's in his 5th round.
It turns out these 6 other players who have come forward to say somebody pranked them on draft day 2, they're saying they got phone calls associated with the NFL teams. Tyler Warren, Kyle McCord, Chase Lunt, 2 anonymous players. One was told, yes, you just got drafted, but now we're going to trade you. But he didn't want to give his name. So 6 other people got pranked that day. It's the Shador Sanders story we know.
Because
It's really
Because he's
cruel.
famous and I mean, it's just a dumb prank with these kids.
It's
These guys
cruel,
are
though.
kids.
Think if you're on the receiving end of it. Now, I'm not
Yeah, especially
sticking
if you
up
don't-
for
if you go
Sanders.
undrafted.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just talking about any other
If you go
player in
undrafted,
general. I
that's
know you don't like him.
No,
but
I
he's-
don't. I have nothing against him. I love
I'm
Deion
just saying,
Sanders.
like-
He was awesome with the Cowboys.
What if it's a no-name, player?
That's right. I
and
don't
this
know
is
if the
their
other players
big
got actually
chance,
drafted,
and
yeah.
then somebody that's mental anguish they have to suffer, thinking that they've been, picked, and then find out they aren't.
I mean,
It's
well, they'll
just
find
sucks.
out in a minute.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a prank where it went on for like 2 days.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
but
special
still,
day.
it's just mean.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Actually,
well,
mind
Kevin
you,
does pranks every week. You seem to laugh.
They're not cruel, though.
Sometimes
listen-
he twists them up. What are you talking
Where are you at
about?
7 o'clock on Wednesday and Fridays?
Come on.
Twist them up. By the way, in case you missed it, the Rockets won last night against the Golden State Warriors, 131-116. And the next game is on Friday, but we don't know the time yet, right? Officially, we don't know the time yet.
Probably later.
TBD, so I don't know.
TBD.
But I
to be
think since the
determined.
Lakers lost, now that game's over, I believe it will be like
Free open.
Primetime
like
games.
8 o'clock or
That's
something.
good.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right.
I'm hoping it's 8
On,
o'clock.
Tomorrow, 8 p.m.
It is 8?
It is. It's
Sweet.
game 7 that's to be determined.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Because they
I
wait
just
till-
Googled it really quick. That's what
They
Google's
didn't know
saying. It's 8
until the
p.m.
Lakers lost because Lakers are out.
okay.
So we'll find out.
Nice.
Sunday will be probably the afternoon game,
All right.
2:30 or something.
And don't forget, this
Nice.
weekend is,
Stay awake for that.
May the 4th be with you this weekend. We come back on Monday at Cinco de Mayo.
Oh man, lots of fun stuff.
It'd be so fun. Okay. Something to make everybody smile. Who doesn't love to talk about dogs? Obviously the Shador Sanders story's got Eric all tied up. Pennies in a wad.
Oh, yeah.
Best movie dogs of all time, according to Rolling Stone. So I guess RollingStone.com is kind of like over music and just wants to do something frivolous.
Oh,
We
no,
all get
they
the
write
benefit.
about other things
I know they
besides
do.
that.
So what's interesting is what's in the top list here. Some people forget about some of these dogs, or maybe according to your age, you don't even know these dogs. But Bruiser, the Chihuahua from Legally Blonde, has made the list.
Aww.
Some of the best movie dogs of all time. Bruiser, this is Bruiser. We also have Baxter, the Border Terrier from
I
Anchorman.
love Baxter.
I don't barely remember that.
Remember,
dog.
they're wearing
Jack Black
matching-
is on a
yeah.
motorcycle and he goes, "You
kicks him.
you just knocked me off my bike. This was gonna happen to you now." And he drop kicked that dog off the bridge.
You just took something I loved. I'm going to
Crazy.
take something you love.
Yeah,
But Baxter
that's why
wore
I pushed that out of my head.
Right,
that
it's traumatic.
Very traumatic.
matching pajamas, and they both had headgear underwear on.
Yes.
In bed.
Yeah, Einstein, the sheepdog from Back to the Future, who was the guinea pig for the DeLorean to go back and forth for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
This one, 3 of y'all remember. I don't think me and Sam know this one. I've only seen this movie once. It is Winky, the Norwich Terrier from the movie Best in Show.
Oh, yeah. I love Best in Show.
Oh, where he had the 2 left feet?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Winky, the
Oh,
Norwich
that was
Terrier.
Eugene Levy.
Yeah.
What about the dog from Something About Mary? Did you see that one?
Oh, yeah.
Is that one in
Remember
here?
that
Let me
dog?
see this
He
list.
jumped out the
No.
window, and then he was in a cast. He put it on top of the car, and then they
Oh,
drove,
gosh,
and
I
he didn't
know
realize that. And he looked
The
up,
dog was in a
was
cast.
and then
That
that
dog is not on this
remember
list.
that lady's like, I don't need anything. My dog will tell me if he's a good person or not. And the guy heard it, so he gave him like treats with stuff in it to make him calm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, not on this list.
Remember when he caught on fire?
Oh yeah, because Ben Stiller thought he killed him, so he got a lamp out and split the wires to like
Shock his
shock
heart.
his
back.
heart. And then-
Wow.
then
You
smoke.
have a lot of recollection of
That
this
was a
movie
good dog
detail.
scene. I'm telling you.
It was a great dog
Wow.
scene.
Not on this list.
Where's Marley and Me?
Let's see. We've got Hooch, the French Mastiff from Turner and Hooch. We've got Rin Tin Tin, the German Shepherd from Where the North Begins. Who knows that movie?
That's beyond our time.
Let's see. Brandy the Pit Bull from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Anybody?
Yeah, he's the one who saved Brad Pitt when he was on drugs.
Okay.
That's right.
What's his name?
Toto.
Austin Butler. He's the one who attacked Austin Butler.
Oh, he is.
Like in real life or during the
And
movie?
during the movie, like, because Austin Butler is the main. He's the guy that's
Villain.
going to go up there and kill that lady.
Oh, okay.
Hollywood
Sharon
Hills.
Tate.
Seemed
Yeah.
like it was real
Does
life.
anybody know what
Late
Toto's dog breed is?
Toto?
Yeah. What's
forget
Toto's
what
dog
Toto
breed? This is the
was.
first time I've ever heard this.
Oh,
'cause
my
it's
goodness.
listed here.
Booster would kill me
Toto from
because he
Wizard of
loves
Oz.
that dog. It's some kind of little terrier.
You're correct. It's a Cairn Terrier. I've never even heard of that kind of
Karen,
Oh, no.
don't wait. Have you ever seen the memes with the Karen Terrier and they put the Karen,
the
hair,
Karen hair?
on top of it? You should Google it. Karen, Karen, Karen Terrier.
That's funny.
Why is it anytime you say Toto, I just think of and this
Well, of course,
Mrs. Gulch's
Mrs. Gulch's
music.
bicycle music. Cairn is Cairn,
Right.
but Karen Terrier is the parody. That's
Yeah.
the number 3 best dog of all time in the movies. Number 2 best dog of all time in the movies from Air Bud, Buddy the Golden Retriever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Golden Retrievers had a sweet spot in my heart with those movies.
Oh my God, 'cause that's a Marley and Me dog too, isn't it? Yeah.
And what about Lassie?
Lassie's number 1, Sam.
Of course
Your
it is.
parents' dog is number 1.
Ollie the Collie. He needs an Instagram. My parents decided to get a dog when my older brother was in college still because they're like, oh, he's home. He'll help out. And my dad's like, no. Of course, the dad always says no.
And then he
now
loves him
he's
more.
obsessed. And now we have this massive collie, and his name is Ollie. We call him Ollie the Collie.
That's cute.
What's like Ollie's skills, like Lassie type skills? Are they like
He loves
like run around, like
sticks.
hunt? Are they good
Yeah,
guard
well,
dogs?
they're technically herding dogs.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, like you would keep them out like in your pasture and keep the animals, and they're like an Australian Shepherd. They're both like herding dogs, so
Okay.
they just you could have him work on the farm.
What's-
but he's
Nice.
really really great.
What's the kind of dog that has the little barrel of whiskey under his chin?
St. Bernard.
Okay.
I remember that from cartoons.
Yeah, the cartoons.
I always wondered, like, where did the
open
dog
it
get
up,
the
have 2
booze
martini glasses.
and like helps you if you have hypothermia?
Yeah,
Give you
warms
some
you up.
whiskey. Eric just, sorry, Special K just showed me the Karen Terrier pictures. Hilarious. You got to post that on Instagram in some capacity because that is amazing. I did not know that
so
Toto was a
surprised.
Karen Terrier.
Karen.
How is Marley not on that list, though? That's what I don't
Not
get.
in the list of the best TV dogs in movies. Shocker. They have movies
Makes
like
sense.
they have
Marley-
dogs from like The Artist.
Marley's got the name on the first
he's
name on the
starring-
Marley and Me.
Right.
I know.
movie.
Yeah.
John Wick's dog is on here. The pit bull in John Wick. They just call him dog or boy.
Well, that started the whole thing.
Well, his first dog wasn't a pit bull, though. It was,
Think about that.
Yeah.
It's like 5 episodes. They have a spin-off with a
Literally, it was
ballerina
just-
girl.
yeah. All this franchise based on somebody killing his dog.
What's that lady's name? Anna de Armas, or how do you say her name?
Anna de Armas.
Yeah, she's with Tom Cruise now. You see that yesterday?
No.
He's flying a helicopter. That guy could do everything.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean romantically?
Yeah, well,
Well,
Yeah,
that's
nobody
his
believes
all of a
ear.
sudden they have a somebody there with a camera from far away seeing
Yeah.
them get out of the helicopter with her dog. I'm like, yeah, right.
Stage.
What's going on there?
Stage.
Did we say that we
Mission
were gonna-
Impossible coming out here in a few weeks.
Oh, that's true. I can't
Yeah.
wait for that
Oh
one.
yeah, definitely.
Because it was a cliffhanger last
Timeline.
time.
And she's got that John
Convenient
Wick
timing.
spinoff happening.
Convenient timing.
It's Hollywood.
I guess the
All right, coming up
Scientologists got
next,
to her.
we need to talk about something. I swear I thought said we were going to talk about this yesterday, but I feel like yesterday was a blur. We were so busy. There are so many things. If our show could go 6 hours, we could fill the show. But it's things that we do here that if you did them overseas, they're offensive. Or you need to know like your best manners. If you're going to travel across,
Don't do this in Europe.
Yeah, we have habits that we do here. Think about it. Your whole life, you do it, think it's normal, and then you go somewhere else and go, oh, It's not how it's done. Just like when your mom came here and it's like, what the hell? Why do you guys go and knock on doors and dress in costumes?
Yes,
begging
I
for
was
candy?
terrified
I think
on
that's why a lot
Halloween.
of people overseas find us arrogant because we don't adjust to their customs.
Or especially because we are so spoiled from. Why are you laughing?
What's so
I'm
funny?
sorry, I read a text message. Sorry.
Now you got to read it for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, because Eric asked, the person text, Eric asked Sam what her parents' dog skills are. She said he likes sticks.
Is that what you said? I didn't even catch that.
That's a good skill.
He likes sticks.
That's a good skill.
Like fetching.
Dick.
Ha.
Sam's gonna give birth right
Sam.
I like sticks.
now. Sam's gonna pee a little bit.
Sorry, I'm crying right now.
We're just trying to be nice, all right? We don't have to build on that.
We just glazed right over that one, Sam. Or we just didn't hear you.
Bless your
Bless your heart.
is
Okay, American habits that come off as rude overseas.
We all like sticks.
We like sticks. Do you not throw sticks at your dogs overseas? Is that rude?
Yeah.
We'll see if it made the list next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Back to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Okay, if you are planning to go overseas for any reason, whether your job is sending you there for some short amount of time or you are choosing to jump out of the borders of the United States for the first time and go to Europe or other countries, there are things that we do here as Americans that are just eye roll and offensive, outright offensive.
Don't you think that we
To
should
our neighbors.
adjust to their customs? If we're the visitor, we're the guest.
But you don't
should
know.
try and,
Well, you don't know.
do a little homework before you get there.
Yeah, most people don't. They're like, I'm going to France. I'm going to see that Mona Lisa.
Or what do? You Google something, you look up.
Yeah, like what's offensive
etiquette?
in France?
Well, I mean, I know that they didn't particularly care to be tipped, like when I went to Paris.
Yeah, but
Tipping when you don't need to, that's second nature for us, even though some servers will tell you people still aren't on board
you
with
still
that.
give them a tip. You give them like a little coin.
Something.
I did. I mean, but they're not counting on it like, our
No, but just give them that
waiters
coin because you don't want to give them. If you tip too much, then they do get mad. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Who ever gets
Tipping-
mad about money?
Tipping is a downright rude in places like Japan or South Korea. Many restaurants all across Europe and all across the world will already include the service tip in the bill. And leaving extra could be a way to make it seem as if you're calling attention to somebody's pay. Like, you don't make enough. Here, have this.
Oh.
Hey, Shaw, you're so poor. Have this.
I wish we had that here when I go to like sub shops.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
know.
Turn the screen around.
I'm like, what the
I'm
hell?
like,
You
nope,
didn't do anything.
no tip.
Right.
Or expecting special treatment. So
You
don't
punch
tip.
the buttons on the cash register. That deserves $1.
Find out before you leave if the country you're going to accepts tips or not. Most places in Europe do not. You're like, oh God, the Americans, they think we don't make enough money. Ugh. I would never say that. I'd be like, yes, I got a tip.
But it's
Right?
because we're used to it here because we don't pay our employees a decent wage.
Plus, think about it. Some Americans go over there and are on vacation. They think they're Karens and act like they can do anything they want. We don't even try and learn their language just to say hello.
Listen, it's very hard to learn a whole
Right.
language
I'm not
before
saying
you go somewhere.
I mean, at least,
I hear what
At
you're
least say
saying.
hi.
Yeah.
at least
It'd be great
attempt to
to
learn
know. Yeah.
the
A
language.
little pop
Yeah.
open that Duolingo on the plane at least.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. We here in America are very chatty. One of the biggest pet peeves people will tell you when they're traveling just within the domestic United States is you get some chatty person next to you on the plane. You're like, oh my God, let me put my earbuds in, even if there's nothing playing.
Yes.
Let's shut them up.
Done that.
Starting conversations with strangers in other countries is not good. People tend to keep to themselves in public, and chatting up a stranger on a train or in line could make them uncomfortable instead of welcome. Countries like Germany or Sweden often see this as unnecessary.
Oh.
I will say, though, the first time when I was 17 years old, I went by myself for 2 months to visit my grandparents in Greece, and I'm walking through the village to go from where I'm staying to my mom's dad's house, my maternal grandfather's house, and I'm just keeping to myself because I don't know anybody. And this lady, by the time I'd passed like the fourth house, she like yells at me, and she's telling me in Greek like, say something to the people. Say hello to the people. Tell us who you are. Because I stuck out like a sore thumb. I mean, you could tell I was not from that village. Everybody knows everybody. And she goes, say something to the people. Who got us to say hello? I was like, okay, sorry, hi. So it's not true in Greece. In Greece, we want you to say
How
hi.
funny.
Like farmers, when you're driving on the country, you have to wave at each other in your trucks. You just put your hand up.
Hey, how you doing?
Because kind of know each other like the village, I guess. So I can see that. It'd be like, who's this
like a
person's
nice
been
little
here
wave.
the last 6 weeks? We don't know who this person is.
Right.
If you're going to go to China, or there is a rule while eating: you do not refill your own glass. Instead, you pour for someone else, and they do the same for you. But you do not reach for your own refill. It's disrespectful, or it might come off as you're skipping out on a shared moment, or you're ignoring tradition.
Where is this at?
In China.
I never knew that.
China.
In South Korea also. Dinner in South Korea and parts of China. Now, we are pretty loud as Americans.
Yes.
We're just loud.
Boisterous.
Yeah. Americans are used to chatting freely in restaurants or on the phone in public, but that volume overseas can come across as inconsiderate. Keep your voice low, particularly on public transport. Talking loudly in any country outside of America is more likely to get you a lot of looks and not the friendly kind.
Roula, didn't we have somebody in here
It's not
who was
boring
telling us
everywhere
like in Japan, it was total silence in the restaurant eating?
Was that Emily telling us that? Who was in here for Try Tuesday? I don't know. Off the air, maybe she said that.
She was in Japan recently, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I never heard her say that.
This is one that we've talked about for a long time, and many countries cannot stand that Americans do this. And I have to agree. Wearing your shoes indoors because everything is disgusting outside, and you're putting that all over the house. Now, listen, I have an observation from yesterday. We went to Haywire at Gessner and I-10. It's like a very Texas cowboy
It's a
country
good
theme restaurant.
Yeah.
And it made me think of the rodeo because I had my boots on. And I have not worn those boots since the last time I went to the rodeo, and they were in the garage. I did not walk them into my house because think of what you're walking on at the Houston Rodeo.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, these have to stay in the garage. Even though you might not be a person that thinks about taking your shoes off in your house right now today, do you think about that at rodeo season? Do you walk into your house with your shoes from the rodeo?
I think you either think about it or you
I don't think about it.
Because
Yeah.
look at this carpet here. It's from 1987. There's like Sam Malone's mustache wax over there. It's like gross.
But at the rodeo, you're really stepping on a lot of
I think it
feces and
depends,
pee.
Roula. Like, I have hardwood
Yeah, I didn't think
floors.
about
I
it,
don't
though.
like walking around barefoot on them.
But I wouldn't. I mean, there's certain
Right.
When I
places
go to
I've
someone's
been
house,
to
though,
where
I
I'm
don't-
like,
Unless they tell me to take my shoes off because I'm like, then I feel weird walking around their house with my.
You should just bring your own slippers. That's what I do when I go to Kevin's.
You go to someone's house.
Somebody's house.
But you go to
I want
Kevin's
my
like you're there to
slippers.
like lounge and be comfortable.
I don't have a purse, first of all. Where's Kevin? I got
Here's Eric. He's got a fanny pack and he pulls out some
Get
slippers.
some chapstick on first and then pull out my slippers.
Exactly.
Don't
Gotta
wear
get
your
with the
shoes
program.
indoors in other countries, just here
Oh
with our
my gosh.
dirty little feet and all
Our
disgustingness.
dirty little feet.
Our dirty little feet.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
what's going down in H-Town?
104.1 KRBE.
All right. Hey, Sam, my thing's not up.
You know
I'm
what?
sorry,
well, that's
Ryan.
a personal problem.
Hey,
Sounds like a personal problem.
I know you've been really open
Congratulations.
lately, but
Stop
Tell us
it.
about your other
about
issues.
that.
Oh,
Rockets
no.
131. Warriors
no.
116. They won game 5.
Yeah.
Houston shot 55.1% from the field, 43.3% from deep, and 32 of 38.
and when you're down
Free throws.
3 games to 1, and even when we were up by 30, I was just like nervous still. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't let up. Steph Curry can get three
Those
threes in
threes.
like 20 seconds. I'm
Yeah.
like, please don't. And then we put our scrubs in, and they were almost choking. They got it down to 12 points or 13 points. I'm like, there's still like 6 minutes left. We might lose this.
At what point do you say, hey, we got to put the good
They
guys
did.
back in?
He had to.
Yeah. It's
And
just
then
nerve-wracking.
We ended up winning by what, 20? 15.
No, the final score
15.
was
131,
116. So go Rockets. All right, you guys ready for some roses?
Oh,
As long as they're not coming to me.
Sure.
I don't need that in my life.
Roses on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, where you have questions in your relationship, you feel like your mate is lying to you or outright cheating. We're going to find out, give you the answers next on KRBE.